Alright, what's going on, folks? Here is part 2 of the basic getting started guide. So, now here comes one of the most important things of the game. It's called Records of Eminence. And I can't do it right here. I'm going to have to run across the zone here to get to the certain NPC to start it. I would warp there with my home points, but I haven't been there yet. So bear with me as I travel across the world to about this area right here and get to Windhurst Woods. I'm also going to pick up this home point here while I'm at it. And yeah. So to save you a little bit of time, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back here, and now I am going to go over here and grab this home point. Touched it, I'm good. Going to go over here and show you this Curio Vendor Moogle. There's a certain series of quests that you can do in this game that will populate this Curio Vendor Moogle with more and more items as you get further in the quest. It's called Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. This particular quest line, it kind of brings together all the other missions of the game and it's kind of like the at least back in 2015 it was kind of like the finale of the game, but now that the anniversary is coming up in like a week, it may not be the case. We'll see. Comment down below if you have experienced the anniversary and if you're disappointed with it or happy with it or whatever. So this Curio Vendor Moogle will sell me stuff like ammo and keys for coffers and chests. It'll sell me food items. It'll sell me supplies to getting around the world easier. It'll sell me all kinds of things, and it'll populate with more and more stuff as I continue further with that particular set of missions, the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel missions. So now I'm going to cross over into the other zone, which is called Zoning. I'm in Port Windhurst right now. I'm going into Windhurst Woods right now. So now I'm in Windhurst Woods. Oh, cutscene. What is this cutscene? What is this? Not sure what this is. Pioneering. This might be a cutscene. Ah, yeah, for Adolin, for the Adolin expansion pack. Yeah, it's probably a required cutscene that you have to get this kind of like start that process, but it kind of happens automatically because everybody is at a home nation at some point, you know. So I'm gonna get through that. That's definitely not a beginner thing. So in this zone we have lots of things. Another Mog House. The Mog House here, residential area. Those are kind of like it's kind of like the same area. It's connected to each of the zones. You can get to the Mog House from each of the zones, and it kind of goes to the same area. So it's in like a centralized location here. And there's actually a quest you can do that you can exit the Mog House in any of the zones, even though you entered from here. You can exit in Port, or you exit in Windhurst Waters or Windhurst Walls. So it's kind of just a mini quest you do. But for right now, I'm going to check out Records of Eminence. Keep your eye on this NPC right here. We'll be back to him, or her, or him, kind of shortly. While I'm here, I'm going to grab this home point. I don't know why they put certain home points in certain spots. It's like, it really doesn't save you that much time to go between the one I just did and the one that's right over here. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have more, but sometimes it doesn't really save you a whole lot of walking. Alright, I'm going to grab this home point. And just like the other zone, this one here is a WW, a War Warlock, to give you a signet, and you can buy items with conquest points like I was saying. And over here is also a mission NPC. I guess in this case for Windhurst, it's usually the person standing next to these, in front of these doors here, which you can never get into. But what we're here for is to talk to Felm Jobizat. Felm Jobizat. She is the starting NPC for the Records of Eminence quest. And what I'm going to do here is, oh no, you don't, I can't say squat until you enable the original objective. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the secondary menu here in the main menu, go to quests, and right here it gives you a menu of current quests. This is the active current quests for all different zones, all the different, like, sort of regions of the game, I guess. Sandoria quests, Bastok quests, etc. Nothing active right now. Here's a complete list of completed ones, but there's a whole different subset, or a section of the game called Records of Eminence, and here are the current quests. I have 0 out of 30 set. An objective list here is where I can start to set the quests. So I'm going to go in here, and this menu will fill up quite a bit. It'll be like, I think, hundreds of different quests you can do, and they all give you bonuses like experience points or different points for supplies, and they give you bonus prizes and stuff like that. So it's like a crucial part of the game. So I will go to nothing under other at the moment, but that'll fill up later on. Tutorial, basics, first step forward. And this is the quest. Basically says talk to one of the Records of Eminence people. Rolandian in southern Sandoria, Isakoth in Bastok, or here Felm Jobizat in Windhurst Woods. So now I have the quest active. I haven't finished the quest because I need to talk to her to finish the quest, and it'll show in a second here, maybe after the set of dialogue, that I have finished it. Congratulations, blah blah blah. This is basically a series of quests you can do to gain prizes and experience points. It's mostly used for accelerating your leveling experience, but also allows you to get lots and lots of low-level gear. You don't have to spend money on it. When you're like me right now, I have 60 gil, and that's nothing. So you can kind of get explanations of it here if you want. I'm just going to say walk away. No, that's not right. It didn't finish the quest. I selected basically ignore this person option. So go back in. Yes. Okay. None of this poppycock for me. Say how hefty. That's like the accept further option. See, so this here, this blue lettering here, this means it's a key item, which means it's an item that you have that you can access. You can't really directly access. It's more like a quest item, an item that doesn't go into your inventory. It's usually an item that stays. It's kind of like a flag item for furthering a quest. You know, if you did a cutscene or went to a spot and got this item, it's kind of like an undirectly usable item. It's a key item that is only accessed for certain things, but it doesn't take up inventory space. It's an item, but it's not like a directly usable item, if that makes sense. So, Records of Eminence, what's that? And there's some explanations here. The Sparks of Eminence is the currency you get with this, for the most part, in addition to a bunch of other items as you complete them. So if you want a thorough explanation here, you can look at it, but the basics is, once I activate them all, I can fill up my list of up to 30 quests at once, and then progress in the progress through them and get experience points and bonuses for as I go through a variety of things. It could be kill a certain number of monsters. It could be drop a certain number of of a certain type of crystal. It could be do this little thing and get a bonus. You know, it's all big list of variety of stuff. I don't have 11,000 gil, so not that that's really an option to do, I don't think. The memorandal right there it's just kind of like it's a story thing, you know. It's not really an item that you can actually use or do anything with, but okay, so look. Alright, so I have completed my first Records of Eminence. I have the first time bonus for this particular thing is 300 sparks and 300 experience points. As a special bonus for completing that, I got 6 meat jerkies, which is food I can use, and the key item memorandal, which is not directly usable item. It's just a sort of a flag item for the system to know that you did this thing. And they've undertaken the limited time Records of Eminence challenge, Vanquish Arcana. Limited time ones means I think every 6 hours throughout the day it'll change. So when it says Vanquish Arcana, that means I need to kill Arcana type monsters, which are a certain family of monsters. Includes, well, I don't think there's any Arcana nearby, so I'm not going to bother with explaining what Arcana is for now. But there's different families. There's a ton of them, so I don't want to confuse you right now. So let's just go into Records of Eminence here under quests. I have one current quest, which is Vanquish Arcana. That actually, this one here, this timed one, doesn't count towards your 30. So you can really have like 31 active, you know. So I go to my objective list. And now this is full of lots of different things. So under tutorial and basics, I can undertake a Fields of Valor training regime, which I'll do outside once I go out there. I can heal without using magic, which is basically just the rest. I can, once I rest once, 1 tick of rest, it'll give me that, finish that quest there. Vanquish 1 enemy, of course I can do that. Stepping into Ambuscade, that is something that's very much later on in the game. Call forth an alter ego, that's going to be soon, I'll do that, and I'll show you that. Exploring the Trove, this is a Mon Trove, which is the ultimate goal of this particular character. I need to get to level 99 to access that though. Also, I need to 45 days or more since the character creation, so I can't actually do a Mon Trove on this character until 45 days, which is fine because I have tons of other characters to do that on. But you'll see. And the assist channel is something different that I don't really use. So that's under the basics menu. Synthesis here. Synthesizing items is when you take a crystal of a certain type and then you combine it with a certain specified recipe of items, and you can get a certain item out of it. It's how crafters can make armor and weapons and certain food items and all sorts of stuff. We don't really need to worry about that quite yet. So quests here. This is all sorts of quests. Some of these are one-time things, and some of them are repeatable. It'll say if it's repeatable. But obtain a support job, that's a one-time thing at level 18. I'll add that one, go that one. Moghouse exit quest, like I was telling you. Windurst, you can exit out of one Moghouse into a different one, even though you entered a different one. And you just do a little quick quest for that, and then if you have this, when you activate this quest, if it sees that you already did that, it'll go ahead and like immediately finish it. Obtain an alter ego in Windurst, we're going to do that here in a minute. Obtain a Chocobo license, that's much later on, level 20-ish in a different part of the world. Not quite tutorial quite yet. And obtain all these different jobs. These are all the jobs you can obtain in the game, all the extra jobs that don't have access to right away. Artifact quests for each job, that's like at level 50. Well, 40, but don't worry about that. Level cap increase starting at level 50. Storage expansion starting at, you can pretty much do that right away, but you have to do that when you're in kind of like the first main town. Weapon skills, Rhapsodies of Vanadil missions, which I can start that, but you can kind of access this particular quest anytime. It'll immediately finish if you have them already done. So then, let's see there, combat wide area. This is one to keep an eye on because this one has some things to note. So, under, apologize. So, remember we're under objective list, and in this case, combat wide area, which means it's kind of like a worldwide situation. So I go into combat general and vanquish enemies. So I will, once I vanquish 200 enemies, I will get 1,000 sparks and 5,000 experience points and 100 accolades. Accolades are sort of a secondary thing to Records of Eminence that I'll explain in a little bit here once I can. So I'll activate that so I can start getting credits for that one. Level sync to vanquish enemies. This is basically when you group up with another character in game, another real person, and you have different levels. You can sync to a certain level to get experience based on the level of that sync. And you can only get credits for that when you are level synced, so I'm not going to worry about that. Deal 500 plus damage. I can't do that for a while now. Deal 10 to 20 damage. I can do that pretty soon. I can do 110 to 120 pretty soon, I think. Not worried about those quite yet. Total damage, so we can start that right now because it'll accumulate. I need to do 100,000 total damage to get that bonus. Total healing. This is I can heal myself or a party member for that much hit points. Damage taken, we'll see. Weapon skills I can start doing now. Heal for 500 plus. This is basically you have to do a 500 plus one-time heal a bunch of times, like 100 times. I won't be able to heal that much in one shot for a while, so I'm not worried about that. Combat Spoils 1. This one is important because you get fire crystals or ice crystals depending on what you get, or what you kill, that is, throughout all the game. As long as you have a signet or sanction or sigil or Ionis, depending on the expansion pack, as long as you have that active, then enemies that you kill will drop crystals based on whatever enemies they are. For example, when we go outside, you'll see that certain monsters only drop a certain type of crystal. So, what I'm going to do with that objective here, spoils, is activate all the crystal ones, because I'm going to be fighting a variety of monsters, and every time I get 10 crystals to drop, I get 200 sparks and 1,000 experience points. And those ones do repeat. And they repeat automatically. So I just keep them active all the time. And these here, the flame geodes, these are monsters of a certain level will start dropping geodes of a certain type. And these are usually based on the weather at the time in that particular zone. Or the day of the week, I think. I'm not sure what. And then these are kind of like more advanced, same type of thing, but certain conditions drop these better items. And spoils number 2, this menu is for just, so for bat wings, obviously. If you get 2 bat wings to drop, then you get this bonus. The zone I'm going to outside here doesn't have any bats, I don't think. It doesn't have any tigers. Flintstones come from worms. No worms right away. There are rabbits outside. I'll put that one on. There are bees outside, so I'll get honey from those. No sheep, no lizard skins, no beetles. No worms that drop that soot. Nothing there, nothing there. Wild onions, potential drop from a certain goblin outside. No mushrooms outside, so I can't do that one. No fangs, bird feathers, 3-leaf mandragoras. I don't think I can get anything outside, but I think I can get cornets outside. Tongue of sulfur. Tongue of sulfur. I don't think those are available. Nah, I don't think so. You could do a bead necklace for sure is outside. Beehive chip, I think, are outside. Yeah, you can get beehive chips outside. Yeah, for sure. So those are a bunch of those. And then here's region. So right now, the region is showing up as empty because I haven't actually been to any of these regions inside here yet. Once we go outside, I think the number 3 region will show up. This is like Windhurst outside. That'll show up. There's a fishing menu here if you want to do some fishing. Crafting, here's some crafting options. Harvesting is for like gathering in certain gathering points outside with certain items. Content here. Content is for usually higher level stuff. Nothing I can really do quite yet. Dynamis, Limbus, Z&Ms, Vagary, Omen, Odyssey, those are all more high level stuff. Some endgame stuff. Achievements. Job levels. Once I get to Red Mage 30, I can activate this and then get the bonus for that. Fame here is for doing quests around certain certain towns you get fame for. And certain quests you only get active when you have a certain level of fame. These days, fame is accelerated. So doing quests for a certain area will give you more than it used to back in the day. So it's really easy to max out your fame these days. And of Anniversary. These are weekly missions that you can only do once a week. These are weekly quests. For example, Signet, be right back, is kind of like a play on a character saying, ooh, I forgot Signet, I'll be right back. So I'm going to activate this one here. Actually, I'm going to give you a little tip here. So right up here is a, I'll bring this down here at the bottom here so it doesn't overlap the top thing. This is a Windower plugin here, a Windower add-on. It just shows your current XP readout, so you don't have to go into the menu and find out. And it shows me like kind of like where I am right now. Or I can highlight somebody else and it'll give me notes about that other thing if there are any notes to have. Usually it tells me what about a monster's level approximately or so. And this one here gives me an XP readout. So instead of activating that quest now and then getting 1,000 experience from that particular, from that Signet Be Right Back quest, right now I already have 300 out of 500. So it'll give me the 200 and then it'll give me up to the next level, which is only going to be 750. So I'll only get at the most 950 experience. It doesn't, any quest that you do can't give you 2 levels. It can only give you up to 1 level, and it kind of like truncates the leftover experience for that particular quest. So what you want to do if you're going to do a quest that gives you a bunch of XP, you want to make sure you have plenty of space to obtain all of it. So what I'm going to do is, right now, I know the next level is 750 XP, so I have 750 space and plus 200 here for the leftover. So anything that gives me over 950, I will lose some XP on later on. So, but this is going to be kind of my my leveling guide to. This is going to be part of the leveling guide when I go to level this character up to 99. I will. Probably do a brief overview of the Records of Eminence while I'm doing that. And then for now, I'm going to end the Records of Eminence section of this beginner's guide. And I'm going to go to the let's see, do I want to do Trusts or Unity first? Let's see. I believe you have to finish 10 Records of Eminence quests to get access to the Unity menu, to the Unity person, which is right over here. Teldoro, I think. Teldro. And also you need to be level 5 in order to get trust quests. So if you're watching my guide from level 1 to 99, then there'll probably be some overlap with this video. I'll probably pull out some pieces, so that's why you might see some confusion there a little bit. I might as well just kind of pull out pieces as I see fit for that particular quest. So let me just go on ahead and do that, and blah blah blah, I'm rambling. Okay, so I'm going to go outside, fight some stuff, and then you will see me level up, and yeah, what's going on here? Just a warning before you go outside, basically. So I'm exiting out of here. You can't fight anything when you're in a town, but once you're outside, then you start to get the fight menu. Alright, so remember when I set that that quest for undertake a Fields of Valor training regime? This is the Fields of Valor book here. This is basically a means of getting a bonus XP also. You just go into the book here and you have a series of training, sort of training pages here. I'm going to select page 1 because that's the most basic one. And I need to kill 6 members of the Mandragora family to get this bonus here. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to accept it and set it to repeat in case I'm going to repeat them. And you see I get the Fields of Valor training regime bonus. Okay, I'm back now that the dogs have started barking. Alright, so what I did there, I got that bonus XP there, and I got some sparks of Eminence. And now as I go to status here, you'll see right here I'm already level 2. I haven't done anything yet, I'm already level 2. I think the next level up is 1,000. So I'm going to I was thinking about going back to get that Signet quest done, but I might as well just do this here. So, tiny Mandragoras. I need to kill 6 Mandragoras for that page to finish. So I'm going to highlight one of them. We do that slower. So, I can highlight an enemy, usually with yellow text here. So highlight, click on them, and then there's a menu here. I can cast a spell right away, which is, I'll just cast the Dia spell. I'll show you. This does a little bit of damage over time, like 1 here, 2, then another 1 here, and it slowly makes your HP go down. But it's not much to kill it right away. So I'm going to attack and do some stabby stuff. Stab, stab. You can see my tactical points down here are going up. Once it hits 1,000, then I can do a weapon skill. But you have to learn the weapon skill first, which is not for a few levels, so... As you can see here, the dagger skill is going up. Once I hit dagger skill 5.0, then I can do a weapon skill. Also, parrying and evasion, which are defensive skills, those are going up right now too. Alright, so I vanquished 1 enemy, and I got the bonus for that initial vanquish 1 enemy thing. So I'm already level 3, and I've killed one enemy. Now here dropped a box. So let me just go ahead and unlock this box. You get 5 chances, and you can enter a combination, which is going to be either somewhere between 10 and 99, or I can just go ahead and examine the lock to get a hint at it. Second digit is 6, 7, or 8. Another clue. First digit is 2, 3, or 4, so we're looking at 26, 27, 28, 32, or 36, 37, 38, that, for example. So I'm going to attempt to unlock it with entering a combination. So I'm going to go 37. It'll tell me that the combination is less than that, so I know it's in those 3 20s, or 36, or 37. So to narrow it down even further, I'm going to say 28. Myself the best chance of opening. Oh, there it is, 28. And what do I get inside? A tunic, breast subligar, breast leggings, nice. I can use that. Breast subligar, can use that. Red Mage can use some of the heavy armor, but not like super heavy armor, and Red Mage can use mage armor and some of the lesser heavy armor. Alright. Let's cast another spell. This Dia is an enfeebling spell, so my enfeebling magic skill went up there. And up to level 50 or so, you can your magic skills and weapon skills cap at about 3 skills per level. But you initially at level 1, you can get up to level 6, and then it's like level 9, and 12, and 15, depending on your character level or job level. I'm not worried about the box there. So let me just get up to level 5 and then go back in. Level 3 still. Actually, I'll get to level 4 and then do that Signet quest, and I'll show you that. And once I'm level 5, I can start doing Trust Magic. Go to abilities here, then weapon skills. Nothing to use right now because I haven't gotten to dagger skill 5 yet. Job abilities here. This is where your certain jobs, or all the jobs have abilities to use. You go to abilities here, and all the job abilities will show up here. Ranged attacks, if I have an arrow or a boomerang or something I can throw at people. Weapon skills there for when I have enough dagger skill. Typically, red mages don't use daggers all the time. They usually use clubs or swords, typically. But they can use certain daggers. So this Dia spell I can cast again. It costs 7 MP, and right now I have 33 MP left. I can cast it again, but it's probably already got the Dia effect on it. Don't need to cast it again. Oh, right there, he hit me while I was casting, so it interrupted my casting. Now he just used a TP move, which is called a foot kick. Now the monster got enough TP that it used its own sort of weapon skill. And there I got an Earth Crystal there, so that gave me 1 out of 10 Earth Crystals for that quest. You kill more Mandragoras for that first one, that first quest. So there is a little bit of lag with this game. The system knows the location of a certain monster at all times, and it knows my location, but there is a difference in time. If the monster is moving somewhere and you're kind of following it, ready to attack it, the system knows where it is, but your computer doesn't necessarily know where it is right away. So it thinks you're closer than it actually is. Sometimes you have to wait for the monster to stop and or slow down before you can sort of digitally catch up to it. Which means you'll see me kind of compensating for this difference by running ahead of it. So then the system will think I'm right next to it, and that's how I can... So like right now, it's not moving. I can go right up to it and attack. But if it was moving away from me, the system thinks it's ahead of me farther than I can see it. So it's frustrating to be right next to it and not attacking. So that's why you gotta kind of run ahead of it a little bit to catch up to the lag, if that makes sense. And I'm actually about to die here soon, but once I level up, I will get a full set of HP. Oh, also, I got the Wasp Sting weapon skill right there. I got to level 5. So, almost a level up. The blue boxes here I don't need to use the combination for. I can just get the items inside, but they're always temporary items that will go away next time I zone or log off. So let me use a weapon skill on this guy to show you that. Weapon skill, Wasp Sting. And there I did between 10 and 20 damage, so I got a credit for that quest too. And leveled up. 4. One more Mandragora will complete a training regime. Or, yeah, training page. Also, check this out. I remember I got that meat jerky before. Check out my stats right now. Strength is 6, and my attack is 21. Once I eat the meat jerky, strength went up by 3, and my attack went up to 29. So eating food increases your stats or other various effects. So now I'll do a little bit more damage. If I use the Dia spell here, it'll deals light damage over time, but also lowers enemies' defense. So now my next attack might do like 10 or 11. 7. Oh, okay. Alright. So now I finished that page, and that page gave me a bonus of 270 experience points, 270 gil, 27 tabs. Tabs are like the currency to use inside the menu for this book. You can get like a certain like buffs with this currency. For example, I can go to field support, and I can spend that currency to get a re-raise effect, or a regen effect, or repatriation, which basically just sends me to my home point or home nation. Refresh effect, protect effect, so all different effects, and you can get a food effect. So, alright, so now I'm going to go back inside here. And now that I'm level 4, I'll have plenty of space to get all the experience points for that Signet mission. Oh, here we go. This is the first quest for the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel missions. Alright. Just a cutscene after, I think it's like the first time you zone in to a town, maybe from the outside. But I'm level 4, so I don't know if it's level dependent. Alright, so even though I have Signet right now, I can always refresh it. And I'm going to refresh it after I set my anniversary quest for Signet. Be right back. Now that I have it active, I can go get my Signet and get a bonus XP and hit level 5. Okay, so now I am level 5, and I can access the mission to the quest to start getting trust magic. I could access this here for the Unity quest line, which I will show you, but I need to actually finish 10 Records of Eminence quests first. I've only done 3. Some of which is obtain an alter ego, call forth an alter ego, heal without magic. I don't have any healing spells yet, so I haven't completed enough yet. But I will start doing the trust magic quest right now. By the way, the question mark here next to my name just means that I am an early adventurer and I might need help from people, but I don't. So, Witada. Talk to him, and he's going to say, hey, you're level 5, right? Not really, but this is the guy that starts my Trust NPCs quests. Why not? Participate. Yes, please. Green Institute card. Now that I have that key item, I can go up to Windurst Walls into Heaven's Tower and talk to the NPC that precedes me further with it. So I'm going to walk up here to Windurst Walls. And I wish you could walk while the map was on, but I mean you can if you're already auto running. So this guy here is a Kopi box, basically. This is the Kopi box, and here's the NPC for this in this particular zone. There's bunches of them all around, and basically after 45 days of a character creation, so people can't like create new characters and spam these boxes, you can go in and like get a special item. You can get from a variety of different options. You can spend a certain amount of currency that you get every day as you log in, and sometimes you can get really, really expensive rare items out of that box. Alright, so we're going into Windurst Walls right now. Like in another cutscene. No, not yet. Okay, good. There's a certain cutscene that shows up at level 20, I think. Something like that. Alright, so what we have here is the auction house. This is where you can go and sell items to other players around the world. And so you can also go in and buy items. So if I want to buy a weapon, go to buy weapon, type of weapon. I could buy some bronze knuckles here. I have to wait for this bar to stop, and because the page is still loading. So I go there, I can check the price history. I see these bronze knuckles are 10k, and I can go and bid some money. So let's say, I'm going to say, if anybody's selling it for 330 gil, I'll buy it. And of course nobody is, so I'm unable to buy it. Also I can go and click sort here, and I can sort this particular page, this one page only, by level. So now there's level 99 hand-to-hand weapons, but I can only use the lowest stuff here. You'll get familiar with what's better to buy in the auction house and what's better to buy with sparks or from an NPC. Usually the low-level stuff is a waste of money to buy from the auction house, but some items you can only get from the auction house, or some items it's better to get from the auction house, because you don't want to maybe spend time going out and finding the item yourself. It's worth it just to purchase it. And then you got all sorts of options here for all different types of weapons, and then you got armor sets here, all different types of armor. Scrolls for magic users, for example, White Mage Cure Spell here. There aren't any available. This right here, the number here is blank, so there's no available cure spells. So I'll have to go to an NPC and find that one. Black magic here. Stone spell is yellow, which means I can currently use it. This character can currently equip it, or currently use the scroll and learn it. Let me go to the price history. 10k for scroll stone? No. I will buy it for 100 gil at an NPC shop nearby. And then there's other stuff too, medicines, which is like potions and different items to use to help you, like give you buffs or remove buffs, or remove status effects or that type of thing. Materials here are usually crafting items for different crafting disciplines. Food items here. These are ingredients that crafters use to make food. And crystals here. People selling the crystals that they obtain. And others is just kind of a miscellaneous menus. Auction house. Remember your auction house? Get there. Do it. And I know there is a home point to grab over here. Yes, yes. Alright, I'm going to save you some time. Basically, I'm going to be going over here. I will get this home point and I'll go into Heaven's Tower right up there. And here I am back at Heaven's Tower. These dogs. Okay. So, Kopi. Here's the NPC, just to continue with the trust quest. Basically, trust is just a kind of like a sort of a mirror of an NPC that you meet around the world. And this particular one is a white mage. White mages heal you. Black mages use attack magic. Red mages use a combination of healing and attack magic. Melee jobs just basically do damage dealing. So now there's two Kopis. One is the Trust Magic version, one is the original version. Sometimes you have text that shows up with a green, even though the Roland berries have nothing to do with this quest, but it is an item in the game that, as far as I know, there's nothing to do with Roland berries for this particular NPC. Alright, so now I learned the Trust Kopi. And now to finish the quest, I need to go out to a place where I can use the trust, which is outside town. Which means I have to walk all the way outside to a home point, and then use the home point to get to an exit home point, Windrest Woods or something, where I left before, and use the trust with that Records of Eminence quest active, and that will allow me to go back to her and finish her quest, and then I'll have the official ability to summon trusts. So let's do that quick. Windrest Woods. Now here it says home point home point then nothing here, that basically means that this home point here is just kind of like there's no special indicator of where it is. The E here means it's by the exit. There's another home point down here, which is by the auction house, so it'll have an A by it. And another home point here, which is not by anything in particular. Either it'll be an M for near log house, an E for near exit, and A for near auction house. So in this case, we're going to that one. So we're leaving. Trust magic Kopi. So now I'm calling forth Kopi. I got my alter ego quest done here for Kopi, and now see I have her in my party down here. And if I go attack some stuff, she'll go and fight with me. Kopi in particular, she will fight a little bit, but mostly she does is healing and like curative stuff, and like removing bad effects on me that enemies give me. Each NPC is programmed with its own like sort of AI, and the tank NPCs will provoke the enemy and kind of keep its attention on them. And healing NPCs will heal you and heal other party members, and they kind of have their own AI, and they kind of control themselves, and they only attack what you're attacking and stuff like that. So it works pretty well. Some of them are more useful than others. Kopi is a good starter white mage. There are others that are better though. The more harder to get ones are usually the better ones. So the basic ones still work for a while though. So now that I did that first Records of Eminence quest, the reward was a cipher of Valor's alter ego. And I can trade this item to Waitada, the starting NPC for the trust, and I can get Valor's alter ego. So, but before I can do that, I need to finish up with Kopi back in Heaven's Tower. So I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to sort of pause right here to save you some time. Back to Heaven's Tower. Alright, we're back in Heaven's Tower. We've summoned Kopi, and now we're going to talk to her to finish up the quest. I think. Yeah, that's right. She gave the Waitada gave me the Green Institute card. Now I need to finish up with her, so she gives me like the sort of like the final, you finished my quest type of key item. Winter's Trust Permit, that's what it is. Alright. So now I got the Winter's Trust Permit, and I finished up the Obtain Alter Ego Winter's quest. So now I don't need to go back to her to get more trust, I just need to go back to Waitada. Which helps because I'm about to go get about 6 different trusts, and I have to run back and forth, outside, inside, and then set different quests and stuff like that. So let me show you the first one and then speed through the rest so you don't have to watch all of that. So we'll be right back when we're back at Waitada. Alright, and here we are coming up on Waitada. So now that we have the Winter's Trust Permit, I can just go ahead and trade the cipher for Valor. And he's like, whoa, look what you got. And it takes a few seconds here to get through this menu. Now, I can summon the trust Valor, who is an Elven Paladin tank, who's actually quite good. But before I do that, I need to make sure I go back into quests, objective list, tutorial, basics, and there's a quest for Alter Ego Valor, so I need to summon him in order to finish that, and once I do, I will get a reward for the next trust until I have a whole set of trusts to use. So I'm going to go outside, use this, get the next trust, go back, use the cipher on Waitada, or trade the cipher to Waitada, get the next one, follow the steps until I have, I think like 5 or 6 total trusts. So now that I have this quest set, I will summon Valor. There he is, the quest is done, and I got my new cipher. So I'm going to go back in, trade the cipher, come back out, use Mealy's trust cipher, and then just kind of like go back and forth until I have a full set. And I'm not going to waste your time on that, and I'll get to you again when I'm done with that. Be right back. By the way, this may seem like a lot, but it is only a few minutes of work here, and you only have to do these once, so it's not like it's a huge deal. Every time you get a cipher, just go back to this person here and trade it, and then you'll get a new one. You don't have to go back outside and use it every time. It's just to get through these Records of Eminence quests, and there's like 6 quests in a row that are all kind of like built off of each other, and you just gotta do that once. But we need to get those quests done, because we need to get a total of 10 quests, 10 Records of Eminence quests finished in order to access the Unity. And then that will complete the basics tutorial, at least for this episode. And I'll be right back. And I'm back, only about 5 or 6 minutes later, no big deal. And I'm about to finish that final one of the series of quests. Alright, I got Kopi, Valor, Mealy, Aliapo, Tenzin, Adelheid, and now Joachim or Joaquin, or however you just want to say it. And I have a total of 3,450 sparks. I'm now level 6 Red Mage, and there's Joaquin there. So now, I did that series of quests. That makes me 10 total Records of Eminence quests finished, which qualifies me now to do the Unity quest. To start the Unity one. See, Records of Eminence Effective All for One is now available. So I go to quests, objective, probably tutorial, right? Yeah, All for One, right there. Igsley in Bastok, Teldro Castrodo in Winter's Woods. Okay, and here's Teldro right here. I'm on Teldro. Alright, so basically this Unity is a basically an additional set of Records of Eminence quests, but you have to pick a certain Unity leader, and that Unity leader is going to be able to be called. It's kind of like a special, extra powerful trust NPC that you can call. The difference is you need to accumulate credits called accolades in order to call that NPC. And that amount of credits you need is 5,000. You need to accumulate 5,000 of those Unity accolades in order to get that NPC, that special NPC to call your Unity leader, basically. And once you do, it just automatically shows up in your trust list. Now, the thing is, there are certain trust quests that you can do, like Records of Eminence quests, specifically under the category of Unity. And a lot of those can be done simultaneously with the rest of them. But the issue is, one particular one is basically you just have to use the Unity chat channel, and you can get that once every day. But depending on the popularity of that particular choice of Unity, you may or may not be able to access that channel. And it basically gives you, it tries again every time you zone, and if the chat channel is full, you can't get into the channel and can't do that particular quest. Unfortunately, for the people who choose Aparuru, who is arguably the best Unity NPC, because she's an awesome white mage, you may or may not be able to access the channel every time you zone, so you may or may not be able to do that particular Records of Eminence quest. It's not so full that it's impossible to get in, but the other ones, the other options here, might be better to do if you wanted to get in and do that easily without too much issue. But being that Aparuru is the best white mage, I'm still going to do that one. It doesn't take that long to, get in there and do that particular Records of Eminence quest. You'll see what I mean. So Aparuru is my choice. I won't be able to use Aparuru until I accumulate 5,000 accolades. And certain Records of Eminence quests don't give accolades, so you gotta keep that in mind. Yes, 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 yes. Go on now. Now, there's a lot of other stuff you can do with Unity. It's a whole separate category of stuff. So let's show you quick. So under Objective List, when I go to Unity, Unity Shared, which is kind of like ones that don't have to be specific to your particular Unity. The Aparuru specific Unity one is right here. Heal Unity allies. Heal an alliance member, heal a party or alliance member of the same Unity other than yourself, requisite number of times. That doesn't really apply, I'm going to be soloing mostly. Vanquish Ghosts, Conflict Ostroja, which is a zone. You have to kill 10 enemies in Castle Ostroja. Also this particular NM right here, which is a notorious monster. You could probably get into that maybe later, maybe. Those are monsters, well, let me just tell you right now. The notorious monsters are special monsters that show up only occasionally. Under certain conditions, maybe under a certain quest or a certain, sometimes a weather condition, sometimes only after a certain amount of time has passed will it show up again. Sometimes it only shows up after you kill a certain regular enemy, as there's a rare chance for the special monster to show up. And usually the special monster drops something good, or something that's rare that you might need. For example, Midegi the Punisher here drops a really cool pair of gloves for monks, samurais, and ninjas. And it's a really valuable item for level 34, I believe. I don't particularly need that because I can always send that particular item to myself within my same account. I have that item already, so I don't need to worry about that. But I'm not even close to that anyway right now. But I am interested in, I don't have any staffs right now. Red Mage can't use staffs, so I'm not worried about that. The Unity Shared one here, Unity Communique, B basically just means the particular day of the week, I think. Multiple enemies, when I select, let's see here, this one here is vanquish enemies with the Unity Leader. I don't have the leader access right now, but I will in the next, I don't know, after 5,000 accolades. This quest will stay though stay for the day, and this page resets daily. But this is Unity Leader B, meaning like day B. It'll be tomorrow. It'll be day C. So basically, it'll it'll stay and persist, so I can do multiple ones of these once I get access to the Unity Leader NPC. It'll finish a bunch of them at once. So right now, I'm not going to be running into a lot of Undead or Arcana right now, so I'm not worried about that. Unity Wanted is a special game system where there's a high-level enemies that you can kill only through this Unity system. You have to go up into here and spend Unity accolades to access the quest, and then you kill an enemy and then you drop certain items, and then certain items can be upgraded, and it's a whole game system. It's kind of end game, not end game, but higher level stuff. And then there's yeah, so now that I've completed 10, I got the Unity, and I can't, oh look, Aparuru, once you're seeing this message right now at the bottom, Aparuru says, we'll give you messages like about certain items, certain events in the game. Aparuru will talk to you under this chat channel. But since I have the chat channel access right now, I'm going to, what am I doing? I haven't talked to you about how to send messages and stuff. I'll do that right now. So, sending messages. Right now, you kind of like start with a slash, and then a say here, and then you can say hello, and then people will see in this area hello. I can go S for, or sorry, shout for shout, and then I can say hello and shout, and this whole zone will see it. And then I can go yell hello, and then like all the towns will see it at once, but you can only do that like, can't do that like constantly because it's like spammy. But right now I can say tell, and I can tell myself really hello, and then I receive the tell again. That's a direct message to another player. Or I can do party and then say hello, and then no party members, so nobody's going to see it, but if it shows up a different color, I can only talk to the party members. Also, in this case though, I'm going to do U for Unity. I can either spell out Unity or just type in U and then go to hello, and then it completes that Records of Eminence objective right there, and it gives me a total of 1,105 Unity accolades, so I need to acquire 4,000 more or so. So, there is that. There's trusts, there's unities, there's Records of Eminence, all in this episode. So, I think that'll do it for now. If you are watching my leveling guide from 1 to 99, we'll see you in the next episode. When it comes to the basic stuff here, I think that might cover it for the basics. If I think of something else, I will make another video, maybe a part 3 for basics. Otherwise, please comment or down below if you think I missed something, or you think that I should include it, or whatever. Comment down below, leave me feedback about how I'm doing on these guides here. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.